During the middle of my comparison between these two beers, I ran out of space on the card. So I'm going to start over. Now, in that previous comparison, I was preferring this one, the Festbier from Rock Hill Brewery in Rochester, New York. This is classified as a Wiesnbier. Although it's just kind of dark, getting on the edge of a Märzen. This one is rated at 83 on Beer Advocate. I think this is rated at 81. No, that's Hofbräu, rated 81. The Paulaner is rated at 87. So this is rated higher. It's 6% ABV, whereas this one's 5.5. Now this one, in my previous comparison, this one was quite bitter, more like a Pilsner. And this one was, it also had some bitterness. It was more bitter than the Hofbräu. But it was also maybe a little sweeter, a little more toasty and malty than the Paulaner. But let's just see. I'm going to mix them up. I'll do it blindfolded again. I'll start off with a nice big drink. That's fairly hoppy. Maltiness or sweetness, it's there. But I say it's a good balance, maltiness and sweetness. Not excessively bitter. It's got bitterness, but it's not excessive. I wouldn't say it's as bitter as Pilsner Urquell, or maybe even Budvar. It's probably more bitter than a regular Helles, like Hofbräu or Weinstefan. Well, let's try this one. This one has bitterness, but it doesn't have the maltiness or the toastiness that this one has, which I believe that was the way it was when I did this the last time, which makes me think that this is the Paulaner. There was a bit of a caramelly finish in that. A little bit of toastiness. This is good going in, surprisingly. Being American Wiesnbier. This is the only American Wiesnbier that I've seen. All other Oktoberfest beers that I've seen produced by American brewers, craft brewers, or even larger ones who might make a Oktoberfest style beer, they're usually Märzens and not Wiesnbiers. I prefer the Wiesnbier. The Wiesnbiers are like a Helles, but they're stronger. I think they're more flavorful. There's a dryness that comes onto the finish. It's just a bit delayed. It's not an immediate dryness, but after you swallow it, then that dryness kind of builds, but it's not excessive. This one is stronger, more bitter, and it's kind of the same consistency from start to finish. Strong, tangy hoppiness and bitterness that hits you right up front and stays with you right through the finish. I like it. I'm gonna, oh my, see if the camera's still on. Yeah, it is. Okay. I really don't know which, but I think this is the Paulaner. I really don't know how to describe this flavor. I wrote down some flavor descriptions: toasty, bready, dry finish, and a subtle hop flavor for the Festlich Haus Oktoberfest, which is this one right here. Rated 83, 5.5, as I said. But it's not rated as high as the Paulaner. Paulaner is rated higher than Hofbräu Oktoberfest, and Hofbräu is only rated at 81. But I liked it the best of the various Oktoberfest beers that I've tried so far. I've tried Tusche, Warsteiner, I've tried Weinstefan, Tusche, Warsteiner, Weinstefan, Hofbräu. Yeah, that 4 beer comparison. And I haven't tried it against this one though. But I think I did try Hofbräu against this, and I think I preferred the Hofbräu. Or when I say, I was pointing to this, but I meant that because I don't know what this one is. This is probably the Paulaner. There is maybe some hint of fruitiness in here that I picked up in that finish. But now that we're getting down to this point, the tastes are beginning to differ slightly, not from each other, but from the way they were when they were first poured or at the first taste. They're both becoming smoother. Well, since these beers are not in any kind of contest, I'm just comparing them for the hell of it. I don't have to pick a winner. But there are certain things that I like and dislike about both of them. See, the thing with this one is I think it's all right, but I think it could be better. I think it could be a bit more malty. I mean, I would keep the same amount of hops to it, to keep the same amount of bitterness, but I would make it a bit malt forward, a bit sweeter up front, and then have the bit bitter finish come in. This one's more like that. But I think I like this one better. And yeah, this is the Festlich Haus Oktoberfest Bier is, I think, the official name of it. Festlich Haus. Or is it Lisch? Festlich Haus. It's Festlich. In German, I don't know if that CH is hard or soft. If it's hard, it's going to be festlich. If it's soft, it's going to be festlich. Festlich. But I don't think in any case it'll be festlich. So, but there's the bottle close up if you can see it. And you can see right up here at the top there, that's where it says Festlich Haus Oktoberfest by Rock Wall Brewery in Rochester, New York. You could get this at ALDI. If you have any ALDI stores near where you live, that's where you could pick this up. It's not bad. But like I said, I think I preferred Hofbräu to it. The Hofbräu Oktoberfest Wiesnbier. This might be, maybe, like I said before, might be kind of leaning towards a Märzen style. It was darker, as you saw. And Märzens are dark, at least darker than Helles or regular lagers or Pilsners. But Märzens are also more toasty and malty. And this one is more toasty and malty than Paulaner. But I don't think it was as malty, at least up front, as Hofbräu. You'll have to check that video out. If I made one, I can't remember. I think I did. I make beer videos and I forget about them. Well, that's it. That's enough. I do like this, and I'm going to compare this. I have one more can of these and one bottle of Hofbräu Wiesnbier, or Hofbräu Oktoberfest. I think the official name, or what's written on the bottle or printed on the bottle, is Hofbräu Oktoberfest Bier. And it's a Wiesnbier, not a Märzen. Although Hofbräu, I believe, does make it Märzen. I believe all of these Munich breweries, especially the ones who are allowed to sell beer at Oktoberfest, or the Wiesn, make a Märzen. Spaten, Nuvenbräu, Augustina, Hofbräu. Let's see, Spaten, Nuvenbräu, Augustina, Hofbräu. There's 6 of them. Hackerschwa, and then there's one more. Who's the 6th? Is it Franziskaner? No, Franziskaner. No. Can't think of it. Oh well. I said Augustina. I don't know. It'll come to me as soon as I turn the camera off. Well, that's it. Another beer comparison. Festbier, Wiesnbier for Oktoberfest in the books. I think that I could acquire a taste for this. Because I think now that it is reaching, it's no longer cold, but just cool. And it's been exposed to air, losing carbonation, getting a little bit flatter, but it still has that bite to it. It's still crisp, still bitter, and it still has flavor. And I think that's the advantage of this. So if you're going to drink a Moskru of one of these, that is a 1 liter mug, you're not going to down that 1 liter mug in 5 minutes or in 10 minutes like I do these here for these reviews. You're going to take maybe 20 minutes to drink that beer, maybe longer. And it's going to be somewhat warm. It's going to be somewhat flatter. So it's good if it has a strength to it to last. So that when it gets down to that point where it's warmed up, it's more flat, you're still going to have some flavor. You're still going to have some bitterness. Whereas a soft beer, I think this is more soft in comparison, then it's going to be, even more soft when it gets down to that point after 20 minutes.